sections 2.4 and 2.5 are going to kind of be combined on this video. The first thing we're going to look at is dividing polynomials, and the first way that I'm going to show you how to do this is by long division. Okay, by long division I mean the exact same process you have if you were dividing out numbers. Okay, so we would set up the problem: x squared plus 3x minus 10 divided by x minus 2, just like a regular long division problem. You always want to make sure that this polynomial that you're dividing is in the correct order. That means the highest exponent has to be first, and you can't skip any degrees of your variable. Okay, so here I would start with dividing x into x squared. So what times x would equal x squared, and that would be x, so it goes over its like term. Multiply x times x is x squared, and x times negative 2 is negative 2x. And just like long division, your next step after you multiply is to subtract. Well, I'm subtracting both of these terms, so that means I'm going to change the sign of both of them. So I always just circle it to show that those signs have been changed. The first two terms should always subtract out. 3x plus 2x would be 5x minus 10. As long as you have a variable, you have to keep going. So I would need to divide x into 5x. So what times x would equal 5x? That would be plus 5. Multiply again. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. And then subtract, or change your signs. And in this case, everything subtracts out. I have a 0 remainder. So my answer would just be the polynomial x plus 5 with no remainder. Okay, if I look at number 2, if I see the polynomial that I'm dividing here is not in the correct order. So when I set up my problem, which I'm going to move over here just so I have enough room, that underneath the radicand where I'm dividing, I would have 6x cubed first, then negative x squared, then negative 5x, and then plus 4. And I'm dividing by 3x minus 2. Okay, same process. 3x into 6x cubed. What times 3 would equal 6? That would be 2. And what times x would give me x cubed? It would be 2x squared. Always goes over its like term. Multiply. 2x squared times negative 2 would be negative 4x squared. Change your signs. That would be 3x squared. Only bring down one term, so only bring down minus 5x. Divide again. What times 3x would equal 3x squared? Would just be a plus 1x. X times 3x would be 3x squared. And x times negative 2 would be negative 2x. Change the signs. So I would get negative 3x plus 4. As long as you have a variable, you have to keep dividing. So what times 3x would equal negative 3x? So that would be a negative 1. Negative 1 times 3x would be negative 3x. Negative 1 times negative 2 is positive 2. Change my signs, and here I'm going to get a remainder of a positive 2. If you have a remainder, this is the way that you would need to write your answer: 2x squared plus x minus 1 plus 2 over the polynomial that I'm dividing by. So all of this would be our answer. Now sometimes on the homework problems it may say what is the quotient, which would be your polynomial, and then just the remainder, they may want you just to write it as 2. If it just says what is your answer, overall answer, you would write all of this together.